Hey guys, welcome back to D&D. All right, quick recap of the last episode. We have found the source of disturbance. It is a ruined castle augmented by magical sand to restore its integrity, which houses a tiefling full of phonons, literally with a phonon crystal embedded in his chest. Think Diablo, with associated red phonon activity around him. He's been quite hostile to our newly training, our speaker in training, Belorin, and despite well-versed diplomacy and excellent attempts at, disarming the situation, we have unfortunately been forced into violence. Our group has decided to assault the castle, not via the brilliant rope setup of Fang. Not all of us. Some of us would use our flying mount, but the rest of us will climb this precarious rope, while our knights provide a distraction. So we're going to attempt the assault via castle and see what this fake king has to say for himself in person. So I think we're ready to go.
Yeah.
Okay. So here we stand. Everyone knows their role. And
Flint is not super thrilled about a griffin grabbing him by the talons, but let's do it.
I get on the
I'm
griffin,
just waiting
put
for
my
him to
arms
drop
around
you.
Lynn, smile
Okay.
contentedly in my station in life, and I'm ready to go.
All right. So you guys get in position,
Yep.
and the
I'll
griffin
take the rear,
starts to hover, and is going to grab
like a helicopter.
helicopter, grab Flint. Nat 20 grabbing, so you get grabbed perfectly intact, no damage to you, just like great, like 10 out of 10. It could not go better. And she starts to hover, and she waits for she I guess waits for the signal.
Wait, can griffins hover?
Mhm.
I thought only hummingbirds could hover, like of the animal kingdom.
Can they? I don't know.
I thought most like flighted animals.
I
have
think
to
you're right,
move forward.
Filthy, but let's just assume that the forward movement is just kind of slow. So
Yeah,
generally speaking, I think you're right there, Filthy.
yeah, probably. Yeah,
All right. So
Okay, so
Do we have a signal, Belorin? Can you make a light or something when you're near the top of the rope?
it's too late for those things. I guess you guys could have that conversation as
I
you're
can
approaching.
cast light, but
Yeah.
Yeah. So I yell to you guys, we'll cast light when we're at the top of the rope. And Belorin and I lead Belorin through the darkness to where the rope is.
Okay, so you
I can
guys
see through that.
you guys keep your distance, like just
On the griffin.
nearby on the griffin,
Yeah.
as they start to go to the rope. Roll me stealth.
Who?
The
the two people stealthing.
two people stealthing.
And I have disadvantage because of my armor.
It made a big difference.
6
Lynn.
is stealthy.
Lynn.
It's a good plan.
Well, she's also wearing a heavy armor, I assume, so it wouldn't be much change.
Who? Lynn?
Yeah, she's paladin. Like they have
Yeah, but
also
we're
heavy
not
armor.
creeping up on the tower. We're flying.
Yes, no, but
She's wearing plate. You guys know that. You saw that.
I'm reacting to Steve.
Anyways, so Fang, you are perfectly stealthy. This is like routine for you. And then just in the sand, you just hear
behind you.
of him.
Boy,
stop.
it's nothing.
Do you think they hear anything?
I'm gonna move ahead of Belorin and tell him stay a little bit away from the rope until you see me getting up there.
Okay.
3 of
All
4
right,
is
so-
better than 2 of 4 for sure.
How much how much of ahead are you going? Like
45 feet.
okay.
What? 35 feet?
That's fair.
Okay. As you
Okay.
start to approach the rope, you see the sand creatures. They're more towards the staircase. You guys are not over here. You guys are like.
Is that the way the wind is blowing? Is it blowing from the tower to to the staircase? Okay.
Yep. Yeah, and these sand creatures, they just look like exactly what you would think, like just manifested, almost wispy sand. Like they're not a physical form. Like they're
like a wind.
Yeah,
Oh, interesting.
So like a WoW air elemental.
Pretty much.
Like a WoW dust devil.
Pretty much.
Oh, okay.
All right, so you get ahead, Fang, but then as Belorin starts to trudge ahead, they hear him and they look towards him, and then the knights who are also behind, they see that as the signal.
Yeah.
And so they start charging ahead, and You told them that this was kind of a stealth mission, so unfortunately they're not going to get to shout for the Empire.
No. They're a distraction. It's not supposed to be stealthy at this point. They are supposed to be shouting for the Empire.
Oh, great!
Shout for the Empire.
For the Empire! And they go doing their charge thing just like they do for the 1T, and they are going to charge at them.
All right, so Flint is going to say, all right, that's as good a signal as any. Let's go for it.
I thought it was pineapple.
All right,
No, that's our safety word. That's how
Pineapple
we're...
Safety.
It's word
All
means
right.
end, not start, Ricky.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, Fang, roll me athletics.
I'm excited to see if this luck continues. Nope.
Uh-oh.
I'm waiting for that.
You start to scale. It's just your grip just doesn't seem to be quite what it used to be.
He's tired
and
from last
you fall
time.
off. Yeah, you can't get a good grip on the rope. I don't know if it's the silk, since you extended it with silk. Apparently, it's a little loose. It's a little
I
silky.
will regather myself and wait to try again.
All right. The knights are making good distractions of the sand people.
I'm catching up to Fang.
Okay.
Oh man, that's a good thing when he catches up to you. Have backup, Fang.
Belorin, let me stand on your head.
You. All right. Fang,
I'm still
Fang,
far away. I'm still not next to you.
Fang,
I'm not that fast.
Fang, you gather yourself. Roll me athletics again.
I'm taking that by like. Okay.
The dwarf seeing me struggle shamed me into performing.
It's a lesson for our viewers.
Okay. Yeah, that's totally what happened. I was going to make it a harder DC since you failed once already, but no. I mean, yeah, you gather yourself and you're like, I'm the arms, I'm the arms, I'm the arms. And then you start scaling the tower. The Lid starts, as he's scaling, like, to arrive at the same time, like, starts to, like, hover over by the balcony, and make me a perception check, Flint and Finn. Okay, so Flint, you can't see it. You can't see very well. I don't know if you're afraid of heights, but you are currently about 75 feet in the air, held by
Or about 50 dwarves.
You're about 50 dwarves in the air.
Flint is definitely not afraid of heights, though, because he has Featherfall prepared and he knows
perfect
it.
position to cast Fireball.
Fantastic. But Finn, you're in a much more comfortable position right now, and you can see that the tower, the doors that Fang had talked about, actually don't see them. Instead, you see a sand wall, like a structure of sand blocking off the balcony. So you can see the balcony, but then right after, it's a sand wall covering the...
What can we see of the top of the tower?
So you can see the... What do you mean?
You can't see shit.
Well, I know. Well, okay. Go ahead and ask what you can see then.
All right. I have my arms around Lynn, I assume, as we're traveling on this, and I lean forward and I say, Blaine, I think we must wait for the doors to be open. Fang described this as a opened balcony, and it seems currently a barrier is in place. I suggest we continue circling until we see the Lord make an appearance.
And with that, she starts to circle. And she circled the tower. Give me another quick perception.
Sure.
To see what you see of the castle in general.
I really don't see anything.
Dwarves have never had this kind of distance. Is just out of a mind for a dwarf. He's never seen this kind of through this tall. He imagined like if he was 2.5 foot taller, how much more of the world he could see, and that was kind of the limit of how his brain would process this. This is, dozens of times that.
This is just
so
me, or you are
I
just racist now?
I used to have more of this, but all my software yelled at me for way too big of a map, so I cut this off. But this is kind of like a ship graveyard, where it seems like there is like almost a dug out section and like docks where there's like old, like different kinds of soil with sand mixed in there, and then just like totally ruined ships. And it seems like the design of this was that there might have been some sort of tide before. Like, this is like an area where water would gather.
Okay.
Inside the castle.
No.
Yeah, you
Not
also
like
see
next to it.
you also see that that's behind the castle.
Yeah. Not inside.
That's
Okay.
that is behind the castle. You see an entrance right here, like right on the docks. You see a back door entrance, and you also see on this side of the map, you don't see any like courtyards or anything. It's just like solid roofing. But strangely enough, you kind of you see more green phonons, like just almost like a barrier around this side of the castle.
Okay.
But on this side of the castle, you can see that there is an open area right here.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, I want to ask so many questions, but the answer to the questions are all Flint does not see.
That's great. I was doing that earlier. Yep, it sucks when you fail your perception rolls.
So yeah,
Yeah.
you see a open area here.
Okay, cool.
All right.
So we are circling and waiting. I believe that puts the action on our
Fang. Yeah, so Fang is still
arms
climbing.
and what are you for the party, Ricky?
What?
Our heart.
The heart.
Heart. That's
Yeah.
right.
I'm
the
the
arms
moral.
and
Okay,
heart.
I'm good with that.
Yeah.
Our arms and heart.
I'm the
Okay.
moral of party.
Yep, absolutely. All right, so you successfully climb Fang, and you go over. Maybe you don't go over, but you peek over, and you see that the doors that you saw before are covered by this sand wall.
It's Sam.
It's the fourth type.
All right, Ricky, I think
I assume I made it to the
time
rope.
for it's time for some athletics, my friend.
Yeah, like, okay, I get to the rope. Yeah.
Also, real quick, just a reminder, you're in what armor?
It's a heavy type. I think it's splint. Yeah, splint to armor. So it's.
Roll me at disadvantage.
Is it at the disadvantage climbing? I'm
Or
not
maybe
sure.
the DC is like just way higher, but I'm pretty sure.
I think it's only
Seeing-
stealth checks, not climbing.
Yeah.
I believe.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna check it right now, but
It's up to you. I'm just like how the rules are. I believe.
Just roll two
But-
20s.
Okay, like I get to the rope, I prepare myself, I want to cast guidance on myself, and it's like, that was like, God, please give me strength.
Can you cast this on yourself?
Yes, you
that's
can.
what.
I
Willing creature. That's
I
fine.
believe that Soli uses it a lot on himself when he plays clerics, and it says, touch one
It's
willing
fine.
creature. I can
It's
touch
fine.
myself.
Unless it specifically says that it can't be cast on you, then one creature, it's fine to be yourself.
Okay,
Like,
sure.
We can make that exception, like,
I'm not gonna make it at a disadvantage. Just roll straight.
okay. And I start climbing.
Athletics.
Athletics, okay, that's fine. Plus
you hoist yourself onto the rope.
It's an 11.
Oh, that's better. And you slowly take one step at a time. Like your armor is real heavy. It takes all the rope strength,
I believe.
and like you're just like tunk, tunk, tunk,
Drum.
tunk.
Drums in the deep.
I'm rolling for rope integrity.
Yep.
I want to like hold on to the turret. Like I am aware that there's a dwarf in heavy armor climbing this rope.
The rope snaps at the connecting point. The rope snaps. It does not hold the weight.
God damn it, Fang. You and your rope tying.
Do I have another rope?
Do you?
I try to grab the rope. No, I don't. Fuck that.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
By the way, Ricky, you fall.
Yeah, like
Dink. Like you weren't that high in the air.
Get
You got about 10 feet. You take 1d4 or 1d8. You take 4 embarrassment damage.
This is how they train clerics and paladins to be humble. All right.
Do you have extra rope?
Is he trying to be stealthily hanging up there? You're just having
I am.
75-foot conversation. Okay.
I am shouting.
Okay. Sure.
Can
Hey,
Fang,
you on the turret!
Can Fang hear? I mean, other than Belorin, can Fang hear anything like on the other side of the sand wall?
He's not on the other side of the sand. Oh, you mean like inside? Like
Yeah, right.
Are you up in there, Fang? Where are you right now? Are you still on the rope? Did you climb over? What'd you do?
I'm like sort of on the edge of the turret.
Okay. Currently, yeah, he doesn't really hear anything. He just sees the, about I don't know, 20 feet, 25 feet, like into the balcony, this big sand wall.
I mean, the rest of us are just flying around waiting for you guys. So
And you are waiting for my light.
yeah.
Roll.
Fang or Belorin do something.
Yeah, Finn, on your first go around, you see Belorin in the sand just.
I don't share that with anyone. I just internally hope that he's less useless than he appears. From here. Maybe the height's fucking with me. I swear that's Belorin on his back like a fucking overturned beetle, like waving his arms in the air instead of climbing up the goddamn tower. Fucking heart.
The knights are fighting outside and stuff, right?
Yeah,
It's
they're fighting. I mean,
I'd
that-
like
that
to.
would be noise.
they are handily beating them.
I would like to climb onto the tower and stand sort of there. And I'd like to just like channel green phonons as much as I can. I'm not casting a particular spell, but I want to make as much like disturbance
Okay.
as
Kinda
I
like-
can make.
And like a phone-on spotlight.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Sure. Yeah. So, especially with your monk training, roll me nature with advantage.
Sure.
Very natural.
So yeah, you just gather all the green phonons around you, and you just focus them into yourself, gathering them.
Okay.
I mean, Finn is just waiting for something to happen
Ooh.
while trying not to get air
I'm
sick.
not.
All right.
Flint.
We have Flint, Fang, Finn, and Lynn.
Yep.
All right.
Fuck you guys.
I'm
All
fine.
right. So Flint, roll me another perception. I mean, you've been up there a while. You probably relaxed yourself. Maybe you can actually see something this time. Nope. You can't. Nope.
He is so clenched.
Brains of the operation, not the eyes.
So, meanwhile, Mission Impossible D&D Fantasy Edition. What are you doing? Nothing. You're just gathering green phonons. I mean,
Have they seen me? I'm
Has
trying to
they-
make it obvious to at the
oh,
party.
on the
Ah.
yeah. Okay, so Finn, you can see Fang gathering green phonons around him. You already see, his phonons are normally around him green, but it's brighter and more obvious.
It's right on the border. What happens if you hit when you have a DC?
You make it.
You make it if you hit it?
If you hit it, you make it.
I tap Lynn. I say, I think Fang's trying to communicate.
Should I land?
No.
He continues the circle.
He wants to talk.
Do you want me to get closer?
No.
Okay.
I think it's worth noting.
Okay.
All right, I'm
By the way,
gonna.
Belorin is still at the bottom. It's like
Yeah, what are you doing, Belorin?
I'm
Didn't
still like I shouted
bring an
at
extra
Fang and
rope?
I'm still waiting if he's doing anything because I cannot see.
I'm not magical. I'm
asked
going
You water whip him
to.
up.
I'm gonna try to imbue my voice with those green phonons and yell to the creature that it has to come face me.
Roll me another nature. Because this is kind of interesting where you great what's kind of cool is that green phonons are the correct phonons for like amplifying your voice. So that's kind of cool that happened to work out. At an 8 though, I don't think you were super great at it, but I mean you managed to like feel like I don't know if you could tell the difference, but like you managed to do it, but you're not sure how much of a difference it is. So what do you shout?
Face me, creature.
You see out of the wall, like little like indents starting to come out of the wall, like almost like fingers are forming in the wall.
A hand pops out with a single finger extended, then pops back behind his wall.
You are such a coward that you would cower from one monk.
We all know
You-
monks suck, so that's pretty
You
cowardly.
you see the fingers start to take more shape. Like it's just kind of like coming out of the wall, like slowly over time.
I will tell your father of this disgrace.
You see, it's up to the second knuckle, almost like to the actual hand part of the hand. It's clearly fingers.
How far away is the griffin?
I
Out
would
of
say
sight
like
range.
yeah, like about dark range, a little like out of dark vision range, like 70 feet, like around the tower.
I'm gonna step slowly backward toward the edge of the tower, and I'm gonna yell, "Come, creature! Let us dance."
It's up. It's starting to form the palm now.
Is Belorin
I'm just
off his
gonna
back,
wait.
or is he still like rolling around?
No,
his
apparently he's waiting for a fang, like just
He's
fang.
lying on his
I'm
back,
He's
his
gonna
legs
catch
up his
me.
hair?
He's
I'm
spotting.
standing, but
He's spotting for me.
I got
I-
you.
Well, Belorin
I'm
can't
gonna
climb
wait.
up the rope because the rope broke, so there's no rope for him to grab onto or climb up.
Yep.
So he's just done.
He's
He's
just
got it.
dead.
All right.
Fang, you can see now the full hand is formed out and it's attached like an arm. It's starting to form like a wrist. Like the
Zygon?
full hand. Yes.
When I can notice this, I would like to. So I don't know if you need me to roll a perception or if
I
it's
would-
based on
yeah,
passive.
roll-
Just let me know.
Roll me another active perception.
Okay.
I would say yeah, about now you can tell the details enough that this is happening.
All right.
Also Flint, you see Belorin on the ground just laying down.
You don't see the
Laying
hand.
down.
The hands
I
are harder to
see
see. I lean into Lynn one more time. I say, I'm starting to see motion from the door. Perhaps angle us a little bit closer. Also, I feel that our plan for Belorin to climb the rope may have failed. I believe that upended beetle on the ground with its arms wiggling in the air uselessly. Maybe Belorin. Perhaps, Lynn, when the fight starts, when this creature comes further through his portal, you could, as you land, pick up again and pick up Belorin to bring him to the top of the tower, since he doesn't seem to be able to climb.
And she says this loud enough for Flint to hear. You want me to drop Flint off on the balcony?
Yes. And
Flint,
myself.
With a 14, Flint? Yeah, you can hear them say that.
Flint does not say anything.
Okay. All right. So she gets closer. It's wrist level by now.
Do I know that Flint knows that? Do I know that Flint heard us?
No, but if you were
Flint will like grunt in like acknowledgement. He won't say anything though.
Then I'll say yes, just like a dwarf bomb.
I'm just waiting when she misses and it's like next to me.
No, I thought you were making a joke. Does she really misunderstand me, or was I not being clear? I want her to drop us off, myself and Flint, on the balcony, and then go get Belorin. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, but I want her to kind of start getting closer, but not do it quite yet, because we're waiting for more of this guy to come out of the portal.
Okay, so yeah, she gets closer, much within dark vision range. I'd say about 40 feet.
Okay.
So you can see clearly now that this is like a full-on hand. It's about like 10 feet big. Like it's
Wait,
like
what?
a large creature. It's huge.
It's a large hand.
It's not
a
the
large
tiefling hand anymore.
Is it made out of sand? Or
It's
is it
made
That
out
I
of sand.
did not understand. I thought this was the tiefling's hand.
Nope, it's a sand hand.
Oh my
Okay,
God.
so since we were like passing by the top of the tower,
Yeah.
is there any way that Flint would specifically be looking at the top of the tower to see if there were other ways in?
When she gets close enough, you can see the hand once it's in your dark vision range, which she got into your dark vision range. In the tower itself, no, you don't see anything else. There's
So the
no
top
windows.
of the like the top of the tower, not the balcony, because
Oh no, it's just
balcony
like
can't be
it's a pointed roof partly
Oh,
made
okay.
out of sand. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. And how big is the balcony, by the way? Like this is actually kind of crucial.
I would say it's like from the wall to the like edge is probably about like 30 feet, and then it's about like 25 feet wide.
Okay, cool. So there's lots of space. Okay, cool.
Lots of space, yeah. All right, so she just like slowly just circles closer and closer, and then she drops Flint off, and then hovers close enough to the ground, not quite touching the ground, but like getting down so that you can get off.
Okay, I will try to do a rolling dismount.
Okay, roll me acrobatics. Absolutely, you do.
Excellent.
And you stick the landing.
But my landing also part of the roll. I also end up prone.
Okay.
So it's like I kind of roll off to the side and then I'm prone on the ground.
You do a little flourish and then you go.
Yeah.
And then you're prone on the ground.
Yeah, like I land perfectly and then I just drop to all fours on the ground.
And Flint just
Like
lands
Spider-Man,
with a
but I'm
thud.
on a horizontal as opposed to vertical surface.
Okay. So yeah, this hand is about 10 feet out of the wall by now. So you guys have about 20 feet of room.
Seems we have a hand job in front of us, I say to the team.
And Lynn goes down and she's actually gonna fully land because it's just Belorin and let him on. Like,
Does Belorin have to make some sort of dexterity check to right himself when he's in full plate?
she lands and she says, "Do you need help, sir? Are you okay?"
I'm okay,
Your name
but
is.
I need... What?
Your name is. She squints. Belorin, right?
Yes.
And like just. Belorin. What have I heard about Belorin? Let me offer you a hand. And
I take the hand, I hop on.
You're on the Griffin, and she flies up. She doesn't dilly-dally at all. She gets you right up there
So
with them.
we could have just ignored this. No diversion. Could have just landed up here. It's the worst
really.
fucking hand.
Okay,
I say to Fang, should we help it out?
In this time, can like Flint inspect this to try and see what's going on, to tell if it's magical, to like identify
So,
A giant hand
anything?
made of sand?
It's absolutely magical. It seems like roll me Arcana. It reminds you a lot of a spell that you know called Big B's Hand, except it's made out of sand and it's coming out of the. Like it seems like it has it's being controlled, but it's a creature of its own.
All right. Well, he's inspecting the hand. I want to inspect the door. This portal.
You don't see it's just a wall of sand.
No, right? I understand. It's a wall of sand. I still wish to inspect it, and I want to use my photon gaze and photon torpedoes both to take a very good assessment of this door. I want to figure out anything I know about it. It'd be very useful. I also want to know if it reminds me of anything from my past, if I can identify the magic holding it together, identify any sort of key features in it, like how to open it would be really, really useful, this type of thing.
So this reminds you a lot like the structures that the tieflings use as their shelter. It seems to be very like hard in nature, like some sort of, not quite sandstone, but like very durable, like.
Well, sand is not a particularly powerful building block in just like it's. I mean, like if this is cement or something.
Well, so you would know just from your interactions with the tieflings that like they have manipulation over the sand, including like density and how strong it is. Like they use it as their structures.
Sure, but
and,
they must do that with some sort of magic.
Yeah, they do.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do I know about that magic? How do I counteract or weaken or change?
It's. Roll me Arcana.
Okay.
So that's getting into some like Arcana knowledge, but yeah, roll me Arcana. Yeah, so you know that in general, like just thinking back on what you know about how like people interact with phonons to make spells work, that this kind of magic is usually an inner magic of nature. Like it's either druids or like sorcerer's magic. Like it's either you're manipulating the elements and you're like one with like the elements around you, in this case sand, or it's like some sort of natural ability someone has. So this is not a normal spell. This is a natural ability of some sort, or some sort of special, probably to their people ability. Like some sort of clan ability, I guess.
Flint casts Firebolt on the hand.
Okay. Roll me spell attack. Roll me damage. Yeah. You singe the sand. I mean, you blast away at part of the hand, and it takes a chunk out of it.
Now there's a glass hand coming out of the wall.
Next opportunity, Flint will repeat that.
Okay. So every 6 seconds, you're going to do a firebolt, basically.
Yes.
Okay.
At the hand.
Is anyone else doing anything else?
I'm observing the door itself, the sand wall, as he casts Fireball, and see if I've noticed any changes.
You notice that, like, it doesn't seem particularly super effective, but it is causing damage to the hand.
Is the area the hand is forming out of, is that a transitional state, and in the sense of that, is that a hand coming out of, or is the hand actually forming from the material of the door? In other words, is it passing through or being created from?
It's being created from.
Okay.
Just start beating the shit out of it.
And by now, like, I would say every 6 seconds it gets like another foot of range. Like it's coming out. Like I've been saying it's slow, but that's just because we haven't been doing a whole lot. Like it's just like it's been actions. So yeah, it's about every 6 seconds it gets another. And so keep rolling me Firebolt. Like roll me like 4 more.
Okay. When do I get up with Lynn?
You're already there. It was shortly after. I would say as he's blasting, like the third time, probably.
Does a 12 hit?
12 doesn't hit.
Does not?
It hits, but it's not effective.
Okay.
So like it's big enough that you hit it, but yeah, it's not effective.
I get back on the Griffin with Blaine, and I say, perhaps we should get some perspective over this area as they attempt to gain entrance here.
She looks very nervously at the hand. She says, "Yes, I don't like the idea of what that can do."
I agree.
and she gets back on the. She like got off with Belorin, but gets back on and helps.
Oh,
you.
I will jump off when we get there. I jump off.
As Lynn is getting on the Griffin, Flint's gonna say, "Well, it wouldn't be that bad if you just start beating the shit out of it."
What are you doing, Fang?
I'm like, you know how like duelists circle their foe? I'm just sort of circling the hand, waiting for it to actually come close enough to engage.
Okay.
It's not moving. It's moving 1 foot every 6 seconds.
And
at this
am
point,
circling it, waiting for it to be close enough to engage.
It's like an arm coming
Now
out.
it's not only a hand, it's also a fist and a forearm.
Okay.
Yeah.
By the way, when I get off and I hear Flint what he said, I will be casting Sacred Flames at the hand.
Go ahead and
I
roll
get on
me
the
a couple.
Griffin and we take off.
All right. Where do you instruct her to go?
I say, let's check on the knights, but just keep some. I think just having an aerial component could help immensely of warning of any danger. I'll keep my eyes peeled.
Okay. She swoops down. Roll perception.
Oops, sorry. Why does it take so long?
All right. Yeah. So you see the knights. It looks like they are killing the creatures, but they are reforming. Like they are easily taking these creatures out, but as they do, they seem to reform.
To be fair, that seems like a perfect thing for a ghost to be doing. The ghost isn't going to get tired of killing them, and they can keep reforming. Good.
Yeah, they're
Everyone's
basically in a
happy.
stalemate. Yeah, they're basically like just perfectly 3-on-3 combat of endless time right now. So
Good.
We could just leave, and they'll just do that for the next, 10,000 years.
That's what I'm saying. Everyone's happy.
All right. So where else do you instruct her to go?
We're just circling. I think you could go a couple rounds without us. We're just get
Okay.
a sense of what's going on.
Roll. Wait. Hands don't make dexterity saves. How am I gonna do this?
Yeah. I was also thinking how this will work.
I think it's just an automatic fail, and it just always hits, basically.
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
I was
All right.
casting.
All right. Roll me 3 more each.
3 more. Okay. And at
Is
the
there-
at the time, I will ask me what the heck is this thing? While casting the flames.
Is there any while they're doing that, is there any way to get off the tower, like leap onto the battlements or something?
What do you mean?
So
I can't really
the-
see on the map, but
Uh-huh.
can I could I jump onto the battlements there?
No. The balcony is over here.
No,
And
So
it's
we
kind-
are over here.
Kind of like it's more facing here. Let me kind of draw it.
okay. So
Like
I'm
the
imagining.
balcony is like here. Kind of. Like it's like that. Like it's facing inward
Okay,
like
and
that.
the wall is there.
Yeah, the idea or design of this was that like if someone came up here to have an address, they would address the people this direction. Like the people would be
Gotcha.
around there. So there's not really enough it's too far from any of the you could maybe try something like this direction, but it would be a tough jump. Also, really high.
I mean, Fang's a ninja, so
That's true. I mean, Fang is a monk ninja. So.
he could just, run, jump, and then when he's halfway there, just decide to pull out a grappling hook and throw it and latch it onto
I thought
something,
you
and,
just said double jump when he got halfway there.
Oh. Right.
Yeah, no, I throw the grappling hook in advance, then jump on top of it.
Yeah, jump off the
Halfway.
grappling hook as you throw it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Can I get on top of the tower, properly on top of it?
Yeah, that's what I was asking earlier, and it's like a point. It's
Okay.
a cone.
And it's 25 foot more higher. So you would have to scale it, and even if you did, it's it's like a
Okay. Fang's gonna start slapping the hand.
okay. You're gonna punch the hand.
Just
With my
rock, paper,
scimitar.
scissors it. I think that's the weakness of all giant hands.
That's what the undead knights should be doing.
Can we get any sense of how much progress we've made in.
So you've gotten roll me like 3 more fire bolts.
Okay. I could also kind of make the argument that even if I missed the firebolt, then it just hits the sand behind it.
Well, I'm kind of like the sand has its AC is basically the durability of the sand.
Okay.
Like is are you damaging the sand?
Okay.
Also 15 hit.
That's what the 8 was.
Oh, okay. I get you. Okay, so yeah, you're taking chunks out of the sand, and it seems like pretty heavily damaged. But now you notice that the forearm, is like now pinching itself off. Like it's starting to pinch itself off
and grow another hand.
Like and detaching from the wall.
Oh,
okay.
I see.
I mean,
all right.
I've been attacked in the hand and not the wall.
Yeah. So the hand is heavily damaged.
Okay.
But the hand is now like I would say by now it's like has chunks missing out of it. Every time you hit, you take a little chunk, and then you're hitting the same-ish spot. Like You're taking chunks out of the hand. It's still a structure, mostly because it has resistance to fire. But I mean, it's still okay. So yeah, it's not super effective. But now roll me initiative. Like it pinches off.
Like
I guess all of us.
Squeezing
Did I get to slap it with my sword at all in there?
Sure, you can have 1 free shot.
Yes. Which is 2 attacks because I'm a monk, right?
Yeah, sure.
Ooh, magical sword.
Damage.
Hold on, let me
Everyone has magical swords except me. I want a magical shield.
Can we now?
I have a magical shield. You're welcome to.
Do you know what it does yet?
No, I haven't.
All right, yeah, those hit.
I'd like that.
I don't understand why it didn't roll damage for me.
It always does that. That's
you have
just
to
the
click on
attack
the
roll. Yeah.
Oh, you have to click on it, right?
Yeah. It's basically if you hit, then you get to roll damage.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, so yeah, you slice into it, and it like you take slices out of it. It doesn't seem super effective, but you're doing damage to it. All right, roll me initiative.
I suck.
Okay. Flint, you're up.
I guess I would just continue to do the same thing.
Okay. All right, roll firebolt.
Ooh, get it. Nice.
Jesus.
Yeah, so you actually you blow off its pinky, like just fully. You hit it right. You hit it right in the like joint, and you just completely blow the pinky off.
How are the phonons interacting with like the red disturbance as they cast Firebolt?
So here's something interesting. Is there's that's a good point. Like casting this over and over again is making red phonons.
Does it? Cantrips?
I'm also
Cantrips
doing.
That's right. Yeah, Belorin is casting yellow, so they're canceling each other out.
But he did like a lot of them before, so like.
Yeah, I would say you can roll one or two. Yeah, I would say
you have
can
orange
roll.
phonons. No.
Yeah, they just go together, right?
Well, okay, let's say the first 2 times I cast it created a giant red one, and then all of his casts would just not form because there was a giant red.
They would be nearly fine.
So you're saying that you wouldn't use it? It's just there. You see it.
That's right.
Okay,
there
sure.
should be a red one just.
Okay, yeah, that's how that would work if you just don't use it. Yeah, so you have a full red one.
Cool.
All right, so Fang, you're up.
My turn is not going to be particularly interesting.
But I'm excited nevertheless.
12 doesn't hit, right?
No.
Ooh.
28 definitely does though. Roll damage.
Nice.
Oh,
wait.
The crit was +1. That sucks.
Wow, that's disappointing. All right. So yeah, you get it right at the joint, but then you don't cut into it that much. Like it's just like you're like, well, I tried to cut the finger off. It was
Yeah.
But you just kind of get it right. All right, hand's
We're
turn.
fighting a summoned creature.
You're not even doing that yet. At the moment, you're fighting a work of art or a moving statue. Like, I mean, you're not even fighting a creature yet. It hasn't hit back. You're fighting a fucking
Okay.
It's
art
about
made of
to.
sand.
It's gonna hurt to.
The safe word's pineapple.
Okay.
We all know that. Ricky's gonna have fun getting down.
That's
Wait.
true.
Not only me.
The hand.
I think only you.
I've got slow
The
fall.
hand.
Wow.
The hand now
Okay.
fully.
Snowfall is multi-target.
Oh,
mo-
right. Go ahead, Zygon. I'm sorry. I don't mean to keep interrupting.
It's now has much more movement now that it's not attached to the wall. It is attempting to grapple you.
Which
roll
one?
me athletics. That would be Flint. It is attempting to grapple Flint. Roll me athletics.
Oh, boy.
I'm going to give it a -2 penalty because it's missing a finger. But it still easily clenches around you.
Oh, man.
And,
Learn to be taller.
and then puts
Well-
you over the balcony
Really?
and let's go.
This lady's like, fuck you.
Fuck.
All right. As a reaction, I'll cast Featherfall.
Okay.
I like this.
Uh,
The undead will be fighting the undead at the bottom. That will be eternal. We'll have one guy climbing up, one guy attacking it, one guy dropping off eternally in like a big cyclical motion as well. It'll be good.
It's an exciting episode, guys.
Nope.
One reaction whenever you or a creature within 60 feet of you falls. Yep. So at 60 foot per round. So yeah, you're just like just slowly.
So what color phonons does Featherfall use?
It uses green phonons.
Okay. Damn.
All right, so yeah, it drops you, and you immediately cast Featherfall, and you're just like, here's the hand. You're just like,
Does the hand like try pushing him down a little bit faster, try to get him moving?
Can I?
the hand uses its reaction to attempt to swat. No, not really.
Can I like grab Ricky and jump off as we see the hand about to
Grab
drop?
me.
Are
Yeah.
you
You
willing,
guys got
Ricky?
this.
Like, if he tries to grab you, what do you do?
He immediately invokes his god.
I'd be like, are you sure?
Belorin, actually, just in general, Belorin, you're up. What do you do?
Yeah.
It's like, if it were my action, I would try to run to the.
It literally is your action.
Hit
It is your action.
Yeah,
So,
I
sorry, if it was your action, you'll do what now?
yeah. I'm running to the wall to try to hit it with my warhammer.
The wall, not the
The
hand.
wall?
Well,
Well,
he means
the
the wall
hand
where
is-
he means the hand's over the edge of the wall, right? He's running
Yeah.
to that location to hit it.
Okay. Roll attack.
Where is it?
Do
Warhammer.
we have dispel magic? Feels more efficient. No.
I don't.
Yeah, you hit roll damage.
Not bad.
You put a dent in the wall. Just boink. Like, you just get a little indent in there.
That would
Wait.
be an incredible campaign if we got to the source of disturbance and we're like, we cast dispel magic. And then, like, that's the campaign.
I assume we would dispel the hand, not the disturbance.
Right.
All right.
It's
Anything
my
else?
turn.
Belorin? Bonus action? Anything else?
No.
Okay. All right. Flint, you are falling. You're just like per round, 60
God
feet
damn.
of falling. So you're just kind of. You're just, as you're falling. What do you do?
Can I cast Firebolt on him while I'm falling?
Sure. It's still kind of like over the edge. Yeah. Sure.
We learned nothing.
Sure. Go ahead. Yeah. Okay. All right. So yeah, you take another chunk out of it.
And then I'm still falling down slowly.
Yep.
You're slow
Curse
falling.
you.
Like,
Featherfall.
60 feet, so you are nearly,
Oh, Fang, you're up.
down.
I'm going to leap off the tower
Okay.
with my scimitar above my head.
The
Okay.
hand's up
I'm
at the
going
top.
to-
Where are you going?
Isn't the hand like right? Hold on. The hand's like right here, right?
Yeah, it's like over the edge.
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going to leap at it, and I'm going to try to land on top of it and drive my sword into it.
You should grapple the hand and drop it.
Roll attack, yeah.
Thing is just gonna like
Do I get 2 attacks?
and just
Yeah.
like
Oh my god.
All 20s all day tonight.
That's like the
plus
5th
2.
one.
I know, it's like more than that, yeah.
Alright, yep. Yeah, so you just drive your hand right into where a nerve would be in the hand, but I mean it's sand hand, so it's just kind of in the hand. But you take a big old chunk out of it, like just tink, like just like you're digging dink, like out of the back of the hand. You just take a big old chunk out, and then you do another slash and successfully slash at it. All right, so you're on top of the back of the hand. What do you do? What else? Anything else?
Oops, sorry, that was a misclick.
Well,
Get
I'm very ready to fall, but in general, I'm trying to hold on while slashing it with my sword.
So you're gonna try to hold on to the hand?
Yeah, I'm just like, it can throw me off or whatever.
Yeah.
We're cool.
Okay. Sure. Okay. All right. Hand's turn. I think the hand is just gonna flip over.
Do I get an attack of opportunity?
By the
as it
way,
tries
this is
to
the
get
hand
rid
of
me?
their party.
Yeah, you can, as you're falling off the hand, attack of opportunity. Sure, why not? Like
is
just
it
as
left
you fall.
or right hand?
It's a right hand.
Hello?
Yeah, you're here. I'm hearing a weird ringing noise.
No, it just went super slow.
Yeah,
first one.
you attempt to, but the sudden gravity change, you attempt to slice at it, and unfortunately you drop your scimitar and it falls to the ground.
I'll be there shortly.
All right, and yeah, you fall off the hand. Are you going to attempt to try? That was just you falling off of it. You're not even going to try to keep on or
I'm
anything.
curious what the hand will do once it's dropped everyone off the tower.
No, I'm gone.
Okay. All right, you're falling.
Yep.
All right,
Yeah.
Belorin, you're up. Flint, roll me a dex save. You have a falling scimitar to
Well,
dodge.
space.
Why does it fall faster? Oh, because he's slow falling, right? Of course.
Yeah, he's.
You are fine. I'm not fine.
since I'm slowly falling, can I look up and see that and
Yeah.
try to catch the sword as it falls?
Yeah, that's your dex
Yeah,
save.
catch
You
the
can't really
falling sword.
You can't really manipulate your self that much, but yeah, you're
Have
gonna
you ever
try
done
to
that in
catch.
real life, Silo? Like dropped a knife and gone to catch it?
Oh.
I have. And it's, yeah, I'm looking forward to your deck save.
That sounds terrifying. I regret this already.
I don't know.
Cool.
Point the end
Roll
like-
me a dex
19,
save.
you catch it good. Right in the mouth. Swallow that sword.
I will let you use your own imagination. How do you catch it? You succeed.
How do I
you
catch
wanna do
it? Oh, jeez.
Hey, what do you have in your hands? Nothing.
No, nothing. Oh, caster. Oh,
So, like
jeez.
the wizard attack if you are holding some book.
So because it had to flip over, it kind of
Yeah.
went off to the side some, like
Yeah.
Fang and the sword. So
Yeah.
I see it flying by, and I just reach out and grab it. That's all.
Okay.
Not too fancy. No sword swallowing here, Filthy.
Okay, sure. All right, Belorin, you're up.
I'm kind of terrified what is happening, but I'm gonna keep.
You
I'm
should
gonna
grapple
keep
it first. If you succeed the grapple, you control the grapple, and it can't grapple you. Aren't you strength based too?
A little bit.
There you go. Grapple
More
that
than-
hand.
It's away now. I cannot get to it.
Yeah, you can. You can jump onto it and grapple it.
Oh, no,
'Cause
no more jumping.
so well. That went
Oh.
so well for
He
Fang.
didn't
gonna
control the
hit-
grapple. He just attacked him.
I'm gonna hit the wall again, which is kind of bad.
It,
Are you
it
attacking the side of the building?
you're
And
you didn't
I
you
mean,
didn't
the
swing
sidewalk.
with enough force,
It's through
and
the
it just bounced off.
He's the
No.
heart. He's the
Hold on.
fucking heart. He
No,
means
you-
well.
You misunderstand, Filthy. He's not attacking the side of the wall. He's knocking. He's the one who knocks.
Oh, yeah, right.
Let me in.
Holy shit.
Yeah, so you successfully knock on the door or the wall to do no damage to it.
This episode is going to be called Getting to Know Belorin.
All right, so
That's my turn.
yeah, Flint, you're almost at the ground, and you are holding a scimitar. You're like about 15 feet to the ground.
Okay,
Other
and can I?
to have played Fang.
Do I just like watch Fang fly past me?
Yeah, So Fang is falling much faster than you. So yeah, he's about caught up to you by the time he takes his turn.
Okay, well he's a monk, so I'm not worried about him. I'm just gonna slowly fall and land whenever I land.
Okay. All right. So yeah, you land naturally, gracefully, slowly. You're cool. All right, Fang, you're tumbling towards the earth.
I use my reaction to slow fall.
All right, you slow fall. You guys are you're not sure exactly how this is working, Flint, but he seems to green phone on slow fall as well. And not as slow as you, since yours is a full spell, but he reduces the damage probably, unless I roll really well.
110.
You take 1 damage. I rolled 26. You take 1 bludgeon. You slightly land wrong on your ankle, and you just go You know how that is, like just
Yeah.
just slight
Niggling
sprain.
injury.
Yep. All right. And it's
My action just like give his sword back.
sure.
Thank you, friend.
No problem,
right.
buddy.
All right, Fang. I guess that was your turn because you have to fall.
Yep.
All right, Hand's turn. Belorin, roll me athletics.
Just a second. I need
This
to
is a
check.
very useful guardian. If you live on the top of a fucking 75-foot tower with an impenetrable door, a hand that just drops people off the tower is quite useful. I'm
just a
imagining kind of like
question.
the magical like pool boy with like the fucking net, but it's a hand. He's like, oh, okay, get this guy off. All right, the next one.
Just a question. Does it count like an attack? Can I use my reaction of Wrath of the Storm on it?
Nope, it's a check.
Oh, okay.
No,
So,
athletics check.
athletics.
Wow. So it rolled real bad, and
What I
even
did
with,
worse.
but you rolled worse. It rolled a 2, but it has lots of modifiers, so it still beats you. So
God damn it.
yeah, it grabs you, and just like everyone else,
I'll shout, incoming!
He slow falls too, right?
No,
I mean, he's
don't.
just naturally slow. Shouldn't he slow fall?
But I can use my reaction,
You
and
can
I
use
will
your
use my
reaction.
reaction and cast Featherfall on Belorin.
You sure it's worth
Cool.
it?
Yeah, 25 damage is worth
all
it.
right. So yeah, you start to descend, and really quickly until you get caught by green phonons and slow fall. All right. And that was during Hand's turn. Belorin, you are slow falling currently.
I think this would probably be a good time to cut the part. We can pick up when we come back. All right, guys, ladies, thank you for watching. Much appreciated. See you soon.